Why is it not? There we go.
Yep.
Oh, right. We are live. Hello, everyone. Oh, no. Fuck. I thought I muted it. Okay, there you go. It's muted. My panic instantly arose. Hello, everyone. This is Rise to Ways. I am here today with Molten, discussing Pantheism. So, hello, Raug. If y'all have any questions.
Oh, that's my bud.
Hey.
Pantheism, paganism, polytheism.
All right.
Anything goes, man.
All right. You all know the deal. If you have any questions, go ahead and shoot them our way. I will be sure to ask them to get an answer for y'all. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Yep.
I don't know how to pronounce that squid name. Lupirius?
Lupirius.
Okay. So to begin, Thomas. Wow. Molten, would you like to explain to the audience what it is exactly that you believe?
Okay, there are actually a couple of different terms that can apply to me. The main one is polytheist because of, well, polytheist and pantheist. Polytheist because I do believe the gods. Pantheist because of the way that I describe them. I believe that the gods are anthropomorphized versions of the energies in the universe, nature, talents, crafts, whatever. I follow more of a Celtic pantheon, so we have, the goddess Lug, or the god Lug, goddess Bridget, the Dagda, so it's to me, those are personifications of the energy in the universe. It's definitely interesting, and I follow a pretty pagan way of dealing with these energies, these gods. Again, more of a Celtic form of Wicca than anything else. So that's pretty much what I believe in a nutshell. You, in the pre-show chat, you said you hadn't really dealt with anybody like me before, so and I can guarantee you haven't. So it's time for, let's just have some fun here, man. It's been 2 months in the making. Let's make it good.
It has. I know from interacting with Ocean over on Twitter that no two pantheists, polytheists are alike.
Oh no.
They're very, very diverse crowd.
Yeah, there's no centralized dogma.
I've gathered that from just interacting with him and reading through his Twitter over the course of 5 or 6 accounts. It has me very interested on what exactly each individual in that, could you call it a group? Ideology.
Yeah, I think ideology would fit better than group. Generally, the groups form when you find a bunch of people that are following the same path as you, whether you call them a coven, group, whatever. Ocean, often, participates in group things. I believe Thomas does. Rue is a solitary. Yep, exactly. Loop's, he's a polytheist who is influenced by Hellenic and Sumerian polytheisms. I'm influenced by Celtic, and I have to admit some Norse, because who the fuck doesn't like Thor, okay? I mean, Thor, Loki, Odin, all them, so, yeah, I mean...
That's true.
It's fun stuff.
Thor is a badass.
Well, in the mythology,
I
he's
don't.
also dumb as a brick.
It's the same in Marvel Comics. I mean,
How long you been
plus,
reading Marvel comics, bud?
I've only been reading comics for about 2 or 3 years. I'm mainly into DC comics, but I like Marvel movies a whole lot more. I mean, just that one.
Yeah, well, my cousin drew Batman for a number of years, so.
And that one. Oh, that's neat.
Well, the only one I got is, from when I was a Christian.
Oh,
But, okay, Rabbit Trail. I forgot what we were on.
oh, nice. Who's your cousin?
Norm
If you don't mind
Brayfogle.
me
If you
No,
go back
who?
to Brayfogle, if you go back to 1988, 89, 90,
Okay.
when they launched the Shadow of the Bat comic book series, they launched that for Alan Grant and Norm Brayfogle.
Oh,
It was right.
that's neat.
It was right around the time of the first Michael Keaton movie. He was one of the main Batman artists.
The Jack Nicholson Joker.
Yep. He was the main one during that period of time.
That's neat.
Main artist. So
that is extremely neat.
Yeah.
I may have to pick up some of his comics. Just
there's a collected
thanks.
edition that's available. Remind me after the stream, and I'll get you a link to it on Amazon. There's a collected edition of the first several. It's pretty decent size, I mean, it's beautifully done. I'll get you a link after the stream.
I will do that. But to get back on the topic, so you follow mainly Celtic, was what you said?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm assuming that includes all the Norse,
No, Celtic is
Gaelic?
Irish, Welsh, Scottish.
Okay,
that area.
More Gaelic areas.
Yeah, exactly. The Gaelic areas were the Celts. The Celts existed in the British Isles all the way, almost to the Germanic tribes. There were many different kinds of Celts. That's where you get. It is such a thick and rich mythology that you can study to understand, the gods, the legends, how the beliefs were back, from the mythologies. That's where we get our knowledge of the gods. It's imperfect, but it's highly entertaining. It just that's what informs our belief system in a lot of ways, plus a whole shitload of personal experience. Okay. Personal experience, of course, is anecdotal for anybody else, but personal experience is what is the evidence for us. That's why there are some times that we'll have an experience and we can't share it because it's so intensely personal. Most of mine I can, but there are people that I know that have had super sexual experiences with the gods, and they don't share those. So, there is that aspect to it. That's why some people won't share all of their experiences. With me, it's mainly dreams and visions while meditating and such. Shut up, Brew.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it. How would you have sexual experiences with energy? Is how you put it?
Okay, I'm gonna recap our little demonstration that I did before. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna recap this. Okay. The first one you dismissed as friction. The second one you couldn't quite dismiss as easily as friction, could you?
No, I couldn't.
Okay. What I did to him was I had him hold his fingers about a centimeter apart, and you just hold them there, and you keep them held there. Now, at some point, you will start to feel a tingling, almost like an energy transfer occurring between your thumb and your forefinger. The longer that you hold it, the more intense it will become. Multiply that 1,000-fold all over your body.
Okay.
It's like the best blowjob in the world.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot of mental part of it. Of course, you start to experience you're experiencing the sensations, but then you're also experiencing the mental vision portion of it. You can dismiss that as imagination if you want to, but as somebody who has experienced some portion of this, once you experience it, you cannot explain it away as easily.
Okay. I don't quite understand it, but I will take your word for it. Simply because I do try to take people at face value at their words. I don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, even when I was debating as an atheist, you never dismiss the experience.
Yeah.
That they had an experience. But I also know that right now your mind is spinning trying to come up with the rational explanation for what I said.
It really is.
How's that coming for you?
Not that good.
There you go. I mean, but then, there's simpler little demonstrations that can be done. The old, sorry, it's kind of stuck up there.
Why would you shove a metal rod up your nose?
Well, it's either that or, I can always, just shove it in the ear. And
why would you shove a metal rod up any part of your body? Why are you... Okay. Wait, what? Hold on. How did... It doesn't... Wait, what? Hold on. I feel bamboozled.
Oh, did I forget to mention that I'm an illusionist?
Yes, you did.
Good.
Okay, you got me. You got me on that one. I like that. That's neat. So, to continue on. Please don't tell me that actually was up your nose, though.
Do you think it was?
I'm really hoping not.
You're really hoping not, huh? Well, there's a...
Okay. Sorry, just something like that. That amount of jobs, just... Ugh. Okay. Continuing on. So how was it that you came about to form these specific beliefs of yours?
I did. I've always been attracted to it. And I began to search because I felt that there had to be more. And throughout my search, I was still an atheist. I went from evangelical Pentecostal preacher to atheist to, searching. And, as I started to continually research and everything, I found that there was this undeniable draw towards this segment of belief. And as I continued this path, I ran into a friend of mine named Kalon on Twitter. And I shared with her my interest, and I shared with her something that had happened. It was a dream that I had had. And the events in the dream so closely mirrored descriptions of gods and goddesses within the Celtic pantheon, because that's where a lot of my heritage comes from. And it made sense, so I started to meditate on this. Meditation, whether you're a atheist, whatever, there's multiple health benefits that are scientifically proven to meditation. So it doesn't matter what you believe, or if you believe in nothing, God-wise, you'll get something out of it. But, throughout my meditations, throughout my research, throughout reading mythologies, throughout studying things, my beliefs began to solidify. And I began to, through these experiences, come together with my personal, gnosis, my personal knowledge, and my personal spiritual path.
Okay. About how long did it take from all said and done, from when you left Pentecostalism to where you are now?
It's been about 7 years.
About 7? Okay.
Yeah.
So plenty of time for thought, research, all that to really celebrate. Okay.
I run into atheists on Twitter all the time who are like, "Oh, you never question your beliefs." Oh, yes, I do. I constantly question them. I don't deny science. I don't deny evolution. I don't deny the Big Bang. I don't deny science at all. In fact, science does nothing to disprove my beliefs at this point. Might it sometime in the future? Sure. At that point, I'll reassess. But at this point in time, there is nothing that is scientifically proven that completely extinguishes any of the experiences, anything that I've seen or dealt with.
Okay. I know you said in the pre-chat that you ascribe energies as energy fields, almost as gods.
Well, there's energy throughout the universe. There's dark energy. There's the different kinds of energy. And to me, even nature itself exudes an energy. And these energies, the energies that I channel, say when I'm working on a comic book or a web project, those are skills. I attribute those to Lug, who is the craftsman and the skillman. And he is, my patron god. So, it's really, I anthropomorphize these energies into god beings. I'm not saying that they're legitimate god beings, like, physical.
Okay.
Yeah.
You already went ahead. Okay, so you went ahead and answered my next question, which was, do you ascribe them any sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Intelligence, like they decide who to help or what to do, or is it just a permeating feat of their existence?
A lot of polytheists view them as they are individualized beings that choose who they will or will not bless with their presence, that kind of thing. I tend to go more in the direction of the permeating presence.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not claiming that they're omni anything, okay? I'm not saying that they're everywhere all at once, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and, you know, different gods, you know, are good to approach for different situations. I mean, we're coming up on May 1st is, I believe, Beltane, which is a major holiday for us, and it's the celebration of spring and renewal and fertility and sex and fun. So
Okay then.
we celebrate sexuality. We don't
That's
demonize it, and there is no sin concept in our belief structure. There's, you know, good and bad, yin and yang.
okay. So is sin just a completely foreign concept to pantheism and polytheism, or are there some sex groups? I'm trying to find the right word that would acknowledge a concept called sin.
Well, we don't believe that pedophilia is right. We don't believe that bestiality is right. You know, these things are proven to harm, and the code that we believe forbids us to harm. It's part of the Wiccan Reed, the Wiccan Creed, if you will, where it says, you know, and harm none to what thou wilt, and that includes if it'll harm yourself. And you don't harm, you don't curse people, you know, you don't cast curses on people. You do that, you're going to get nailed with it back at least threefold. That kind of thing. It's very, very interesting. I would say that sin is a foreign concept, but there is good and evil, which even in the world today, even atheists ascribe to the idea that there is good and evil. You know, I mean, anybody can look at Hitler and say that was evil. You know what?
Okay.
You walk in contradiction, you.
Yeah. To clarify that to the chat, before chat, I did make a joke that I am a walking contradiction. I am a German Jew atheist. So yeah, if you have any Holocaust jokes, send them my way. I, frankly, oh sorry, and frankly, they amuse the ever-loving shit out of me. I love them this high. And please don't take that out of context. He was a very bad person. I just like the jokes.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, the thing of it is that, you know, the humor is meant to offend at times. So, you know, I mean, humor is, as long as you're not, you know, really trying to purposely insult, you know, unless you're going against the Abrahamic religions, which I'll join in.
Fair enough.
You know, it's just you. That's pretty much it right there. I mean, it's definitely. I absolutely love humor in all ways. So,
You know, it's a good thing I'm not trying to monetize. That joke would have ended me.
Yeah, that's why I asked the question before the chat, because there were certain areas I wouldn't go to if you were trying to monetize.
I fully now expect a hit piece written by the New York Times.
Oh no, we'll get hit by the red pill religion escaping atheism crowd before we get hit by the New York Times. You know,
honestly, though, is there a difference?
I'll have to think about that and get back to you.
There we go.
One's professional and one's a bunch of jackanapes.
Wait, which one's which?
Take your pick. I'm sorry, but
I'm gonna go with the New York Times being a bunch of jackanapes.
Ooh, failure.
I'm sorry, but I can't say any of them are professionals. I just can't.
Okay, I agree with you there.
at least with like the red pill religion, that crowd, they are professionals in getting literally everything wrong.
Very true. The New York Times does get things right by accident.
On occasion, yeah. These people can't even get things right on accident. They're just always objectively wrong. So I have to call them professionals. That takes talent.
Oh my God, that is so fucking true. That's hilarious. Okay, now that we've pissed off a multimedia giant that's owned by, a multimedia giant and a whole bunch of assholes. Let's see, what else can we fuck with?
Let's continue on. So the biggest question for this series: what could make you change your mind on this? Either to change to another group of gods or to completely reject them. Either one of your choice that you prefer to answer.
I'll answer both. Number one, because of the way I believe, it's to me, it's like anything but the fucking Abrahamic religions: Islam, Christianity, Catholicism, whatever the hell it is, even Judaism. Stay the hell away from me. I mean, come on. No. There is no way that I would believe in that egomaniacal. Well, I believe that he exists, per se. Yahweh does, but he's this petulant, monomaniacal child that is best ignored. Kind of like
okay. So you do accept that you just go for the opposite of henotheism, will, instead of saying, yeah, he exists, but he's the best god. Yeah, he exists, but he's kind of the worst god.
He's a petulant child. I don't hate him. So, this is something that, Christians love to nail me with. I don't hate him. I just think that he's insignificant.
Okay.
He doesn't apply to that no matter whether you're Muslim, Jewish, or following Judaism, because the Jews are a people, Judaism is the religion, got to separate that. Christian, it doesn't matter. Your spiritual path, if you're following any one of those religions, does not impact me in the slightest. So telling me that I hate God, I'm in love with sin, this, that, the other thing, number one, I don't hate him. I think he's an insignificant little bugger. Number two, there's no such concept as sin. Sin is a made-up, man-made concept for control through fear. Period. End of story. And that is, I just reject it. It doesn't apply. Now, for the other side of your question, what would make me change my mind completely and go back to atheism entirely?
Oh, not even to atheism. Just
not believe.
Yeah.
Which would then lack of belief, not believing in God or gods, or lack of belief in God or gods would make me an atheist.
Well, let me clarify the question a bit. Just to make you change your mind on your specific belief right now. So you could change your mind, go to Hinduism, Jainism, anything like that. Just what would make you change your mind on your current stance on religious belief right now?
I'm perfectly happy. There's no reason for me to, so the question just doesn't apply.
Okay.
But let me go down the other rabbit trail, the one that I was going on before you went for. Scientific evidence that completely explains the experiences and all this. Okay, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I don't negate science at all. If science comes up with 100% answers to how I experienced what I've experienced, cool, awesome. It hasn't yet. I don't see it coming up with answers within my lifetime. So I really, it doesn't bother me. It's, so far to this point, it's a non-issue.
All right. I gotta say that pretty neat. I've never really ran into someone that would so willingly admit that they could easily be disproven.
I could be
And I
wrong. I
know,
accept that.
yeah, I know most of the people I won with. They're like, hey, yeah, I could be wrong, but we're all pretty confident in our beliefs. So just someone say, I'm confident, but I very easily could be changed if
It wouldn't be
it was
very
proven.
easily. It wouldn't be very easily, but
That's why it ended with if it could be proven. I didn't want to make it seem like a straw man of you. I
right.
try to avoid those.
Yeah,
I see it, Thomas. Thank you for stopping in. Please do subscribe, like, hit the little bell notification. I've never actually done this before. This is really awkward. Just try to tune into upcoming future videos.
Okay, what he was trying to say in his stammering way, because he's not used to self-promotion, so I'll promote the hell out of him for him. Smash that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, like the hell out of this video. You won't regret it.
Thank you. And I'm really not used to self-promotion. I actually hate self-promotion.
Half of my real-life job as a freelancer is online marketing, so...
Fail.
I don't like to promote myself, but I'll promote the hell out of people that aren't me.
Fair enough. And I don't mind promoting other people. If you people like artists, if you like to see some drawings and you have some expendable cash, check out Molden. I've seen his artwork. It's fucking great. Why haven't you gone to his site yet? Do that.
There, I just spammed your chat with my stuff.
Well, on that note, this has been Rise to... Oh, sorry?
I mean, the whole thing of it is that, you keep an open mind. That's the one thing that I've learned. You don't put yourself in a box. You don't say that my belief is the be-all and end-all. You can believe that, privately, if you want to. And you can go in that direction privately. But always be willing to discuss it with people, to be able to, answer questions, be willing to. And, make fun of stupid shit. That's the best part.
And that's why I created this series, because while I am extremely confident that atheism is correct, I do enjoy hearing other people's point of views in an attempt to see, do they have something that will change my mind?
Yeah.
Because let's face it, I live in the Bible Belt. Atheism is not a good thing to have down here. You will get ostracized to hell and back. And I mean that literally. I have lost friends. I have lost family. I have lost an ex-fiance due to
We
this.
both have. We've both lost a lot on our journeys.
If I could say, hey, I believe in God again, and actually mean, I would be ecstatic because I could get family back. I'm not sure I'd go back to my friends or the ex-fiance because honestly, no. But I could get family back, and that means a lot to me. But I can't honestly say it, and it breaks my heart because I have a cousin I've never spoken to because he was born after I became an atheist. and his mother will not let me talk to him.
It's really rough. My mother disowned me. There went pretty much that entire side of the family. You know, my father died, and I've been the black sheep of my father's side of the family for all my life, so I'm pretty used to them ignoring me. But when my mom and my stepfather on that side of the family basically were like, "Hasta lasagna, don't get none on you," it's just like, fuck, you know, this just sucks. You know, my ex-wife, you know, she had a huge issue with my atheism and with my delving into the polytheistic and paganism, and you know, just any kind of research like that, just, oh no, just the cognitive dissonance was just so evident with my ex, and it led to the downfall of the marriage. You know, I mean, it's been, you know, I mean, I'll tell you the truth. It's like we haven't been married for a couple years at this point. You know, up until we finally did physically separate, we were basically roommates. So, yeah.
I can say, though, that from my journey to evangelical Southern baptism to atheism, I have learned what true friends are. I have gained so many friends on Twitter, and not as many on real life, but the few I have, I don't think I'll ever lose them, even if I do go back to religion. Which I don't think I ever will, but on the off chance, I don't think I ever will, just because they all understand the pain of losing someone because of a difference of thought.
Excuse me 1 second. I need to do something for Rue.
On that note, this has been Wise to Ways with Martin Oakley on thought crimes. If you would like to be interviewed, shoot me a message on Twitter. I should have it linked below. If I don't, I will get that fixed.
Yeah, you can throw my links in there too, man.
Yeah, I will be doing that. I'd love to have anyone on to discuss their beliefs. So on that, remember, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon if you really want to. As I said on my Twitter, come for the shitty gameplay, stay for the equally shitty discussion videos.
Actually, I think it's really fucking cool. I wouldn't mind doing a geek hangout with you sometime. We got to give a shout out to the Cabal Dun. We got to give a shout out to the Cabal's Den Mother.
Yeah, Atheistic Snail set this up between us. I cannot thank you enough. This has been a conversation, all right. It's been 2 months in the making, and I'm glad it finally happened.
I hope that it lived up to your expectations, man. Because
it did.
I warned you, I'm punchy as hell, and I think that's come through quite a bit here in this. I got maybe 3 hours of sleep in the past 24. So,
oof.
There's just been a series of real life situations that have happened that I have just no sleep. Rue, my buddy Rueg, the pagan dragon, Rug. I don't even know how the hell you pronounce it, Rue. Again.
Yeah. I'm gonna need to get you on here just to explain your name. Though, thank you everyone for coming on here, and remember, no thought is a crime. Keep doing that.